I'm Dave, and this is Austin Eats. I live in Austin, Texas, and fall is finally in the air, so it's time to make something sweet. Today I'm going to make a bacon apple crisp, and I'm going to smoke it on my Kamado Joe. This is an adaptation of a recipe by Steve Raichlen in his book, Project Smoke. I made a few modifications for my own personal taste. The most notable being is that I substituted guanciale for the bacon that Steve uses, and it's out of this world. It's easy to make, and it's right here on Austin Eats.
I'm using guanciale in this recipe, which is cured pork jowl. That's different than pancetta, which is cured pork belly. I took a 1/4-inch slice and I'm dicing it up, and then I'm going to fry it in a fry pan until it's nice and golden brown. And then I'm going to chop it up again. I want this bacon nice and fine. That's going to add to the overall texture of my dish. Next, I'm going to core some apples and peel them, dice them in 1-inch slices, and then add them to a bowl along with my guanciale, a little bit of flour, some lemon zest, and a pinch of salt. Give that a stir, and then I'm going to add half of the cinnamon, give it a stir, and then add the other half of the cinnamon. You don't want to add all the cinnamon at one time because it tends to clump in one spot. Once the apples are thoroughly mixed, I'm going to add them to my fry pan that has been pre-coated with a little bit of olive oil. Give that a final stir, and we're going to set that aside. For the topping, I need 8 ounces of really cold butter. So I'm going to take that stick of butter, cut it up into 8 or 9 pieces, then put it in the freezer for about 45 minutes. Then I'm going to smash up a whole bunch of vanilla wafers and add them to my food processor. Next, I'm going to add some granulated sugar, some brown sugar, some all-purpose flour, and a pinch of salt. Then comes those butter cubes. Now they're nice and hard. I'm going to put the lid on and pulse this thing, 10 or 12 times. Don't want to overprocess it, but I want that butter to be chopped up and to be incorporated so that I have a very fine topping. Okay, that is looking pretty good. Now, that is ready to go on top of the apples. Now, it's going to seem like you have way too much topping for this amount of apples. Trust me, put it all on. Remember, this topping is mostly sugar and butter, so that's going to caramelize and create all the great sauce. Time to light a barbecue. I have my Kamado Joe set up for indirect heat at 400 degrees. So this is going to go in with the lid closed for about 45 minutes. Don't open the lid, just let it cook. 45 minutes later, this is what you've got. Now, while this smells absolutely fantastic, I wanted it a little more caramelized on top. So what better tool to use but the wood-fired oven? And it just happens to be hot. This dessert had a subtle smokiness and a great new dimension because of the bacon. Give it a try. Hey, if you liked the video, let me know. And please subscribe. I got new videos coming out every week. See you next time on Austin Eats.